Nothing better than the afterglow of a good drinking session. Sweet. And what better to do now than drink some more and play some more Dawn of War Soulstorm. I always have fun looking at my streams, especially when they go for as long as the last one did, and looking as I progressively get more and more drunk, and looking at how bad my gameplay gets. You can actually see as my enthusiasm starts to decline and die. That said, Dawn of War Soulstorm is it can be a bit repetitive, especially because often your objective is basically just to steamroll the enemy with the forces that you have available. And, like, at the end of the day, what you eventually have to do is you have to crush all the different races which are present in this system. And that's the Necrons, the Imperial Guard, Sisters of Battle, you've got the Space Marines, you've got the Orcs, you've got the Tau, you've got the Eldar, the Dark Eldar, your Chaos. It's basically one big clusterfuck. And what you're doing is you're slowly upgrading your commander, getting in more war gear, and upgrading your Honor Guard to the point where your Honor Guard can like steamroll your opponents. Now, yesterday I did pretty good. There are a couple of maps where the objectives were, say for instance, to hold critical locations and stuff, and I just basically flat out ignored the critical locations and just killed the enemy to the last man, which is what Chaos does. So, but good fun, good fun. But I love the way that the game works. Like you're not locked into like playing the game in one certain way. Like you can play shooty orcs, you can play close combat orcs, you can play shooty chaos space marines, you can play close combat space like chaos space marines, and there's so many different ways that you can play the game, which is what makes it good. So I got a strict 7 there, which means that if I attack that, it's going to be quite hard to take. The only other place that I can take though is like a 10 warp gate. So I can take out the Tau next, and oh, that could be interesting. But I think I might just consolidate and continue taking the gates and stuff, the different objectives that I've got here. I can take that. The problem is if you if you don't have your army in proximity to an area that gets attacked, things can become difficult very quickly. So if I take that one, there's a good chance the enemy won't attack me. But if I take that one and then I take this objective, which is one off it, or this one, I have both the Space Marines and the Tau attacking my armies at the same time. Whereas if I go after the if I go after the Eldar and the Necrons, get myself more Berserker champions. That's ooh, and a horror squad. Good against aircraft and vehicles. Or I could go this way and I could get myself a Chaos Sorcerer for my Honor Guard. Or another Raptor Champion. Decisions, decisions. Yeah. I'll finish off the Dark Elder. Fuck it. 2 large bases. Yeah. Whereas if I attack this one, 2 bases. I'll be up against the orcs sooner. And I haven't reinforced any of my stuff yet. Because I don't really need to. I could take that moon and reinforce the shit out of it. That's the interesting thing as well, is that you can actually take objectives and then reinforce them. So you have more forces available in the defense. I'm starting to get to the point where I can actually afford it as well. Oh, decisions, decisions. Is there an objective anywhere that I can take that has a vehicle as an army? Possessed Chaos Marines? There we go. No, I want to go after the Imperial Guard, yeah. Yeah. Imperial Guard and Sisters of Battle. I'm going to go for them first. So I'm going to go and take this one. But let's see now that... I'm a little bit hungover. But I should be able to play this better now. Like, I can remember how to play it more. Let's get into it.
This is the last time!
Whatever you desire. Anything for the great powers.
Why aren't we killing yet? Why should I? You want that worthless trinket?
Oh, I remember this map. This one is a bit of a
You want that
clusterfuck.
worthless trinket? I will shatter their souls.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware! We're here to serve, Master.
By Khan,
It is
will
as
be
though
done.
1,000 mouths cry
Anything
out
for the
in
great
pain.
powers.
Now what?
Thank you, Master. We serve. Whatever you desire.
We served it for chaos.
We have captured a location.
My life is forfeit. Bless us, Great One. Whatever you desire.
Imperial maggots are taking fire!
Yes, we will work faster.
Destruction. This is the last time!
Bless
Stuck
us,
in some of
great
this stuff.
one.
Hey, Alex. Yeah. Praise be to the dark gods.
Yes, yes, of course. Yes, yes, right away.
It isn't blow 1,000 miles, cry out in pain.
What is your wish, great one? As you command.
Chaos ready to kill. Point us at our prey.
AI. Yeah.
Fight on!
Just playing through the campaign. It's been ages since I've played it through it, so...
On their flesh!
Do you hear the voices too?
And it's just on the normal difficulty. So, I have done a complete playthrough on the hardest difficulty before, which was quite hard.
Whatever you desire.
But once you start playing on that sort of level, it's kind of just like you have to use a cookie cutter strategy, otherwise you can't win.
We serve.
And normal lets you play around a little bit more.
We need enemies.
We're here for the dark gods. But of course, Master.
I am not your bootleg!
Okay, so that's where they are at the moment.
I am not your bootleg!
Attack up a little bit. Yeah. I love Chaos. Chaos is like my favorite Dawn of War. Well, no one really understands how it works, so
Is for the weak.
probably more of the machine spirit. Oh, come on, finish capturing it. I want to go on the offensive.
Chaos gods speak clearly now. We have it now.
There we go.
Slaughter them all!
Perfect. Stuck getting my upgrades.
Fight on! It will be done! I heard you the first time!
It's Imperial Guard, so if I let him tech up too much, it'll get really difficult.
Feast on their
But I want to get the Defiler on a guard.
I will shatter their souls!
No, it's Space Marines, isn't it? Yeah, Space Marine. This one. I'm not up against the Imperial Guard yet. But that's my next target.
Killing it!
Oh, them Humies, they all look the same to me. Some of them are bigger though. I remember when you could actually put command units into Raptor squads. It just meant that they couldn't fly.
I will shatter their souls! I heard you!
Countdown has begun.
Sweet.
We are under attack!
Play it that way or Main cultists with grenade launchers that will ruin your day. Yes.
Yes. Die, scum! Die, scum! Slaughter them all! For the dark gods!
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
I am not your Yes, master!
God, I used to love micromanaging the different ways that units can attack. It's like being able to change like stances. You can press Z and like send them into melee without even changing the stance. Back when games weren't dumb, you know, just like point and click attack move. That's what games are now.
5 minutes until take and hold victory.
Yes. It will be done!
Technically, I don't even need to tech up. Because I've already won, really. Got 2 bases. Enemy's got 2 bases though, so they'll have 1 base sitting off to the side somewhere. And it could bite me in the ass.
Thank you, Master.
My lord!
Shooty Space Marines. Actually, I won't give them bolters, because I'll give them plasma guns.
I am not
If I have to tech up again.
This is the last
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Save.
It is a good day. What would you have us do? Why aren't we killing it?
Do you hear the voices too?
Take us to battle. I am not your bootleg. I will shatter their souls.
I feel the warp overtaking me.
I am
It
not
is a
your
good
bootleg. Don't provoke me. Die,
3 minutes until take and hold victory.
Let's find their second base.
beneath me.
I reckon it's down here
I will shatter their souls.
or in here.
Feast on their
Yeah.
flesh.
It might even be up there. Let's scout it out just to make sure.
It is a
I
good
am not your bootleg.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. We are the destroyer!
I am not your bootleg. Eating resentment.
That's it.
You hear the voices too?
The weak fight back.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Warp overtaking me. It is a good day.
I don't want to miss.
Do you hear the voices too?
Isn't that the sort of thing that like the Imperial Guard's more known for? like giving a tank a commander so that the commander can hit the enemy with their sword.
Shatter their souls.
We need enemies.
Put everyone on assault.
Six minutes until taking hold victory.
All of a sudden, my chaos army is stab you rather than shoot you. Yeah, or a laser pointer. I'm marking the enemy.
5 minutes until taking hold victory.
For anyone who's confuzzled, I do have chat off screen at the moment because I can't run this window and still have the chat on it. So I'm actually chatting to Alex. He just said, imagine getting drafted into the Imperial Guard and going into battle against a massive half-demon in armor that could stop a howitzer and they give you a cat toy. I'm just like, yep, they give you a laser pointer.
Feast on their flesh.
Yeah, laser pointer would be better, yeah.
On their flesh.
4 minutes until taking hold victory.
I'm a little bit ruined today because I went to get my tobacco for my cigarettes and I couldn't get drum. I like smoking drum, which is it's kind of like shag tobacco from the Netherlands. Well, it's not from the Netherlands, but it's a certain type of tobacco. And my fallback when I can't get drum is always Champion Ruby, which is it's alright, but it's like a Virginia thing, and it's so it burns hot. Like it doesn't burn like a decent cigarette would.
Fight on. It will be done. I will shatter their souls. Why aren't we killing it?
Fuck them up with some vehicles.
Fight on. It will be done.
3 minutes until taking hold victory.
Why aren't we killing it?
One thing I loved about Soulstorm is how they added aircraft in, which is what, 5th edition that they started adding aircraft to armies. But yeah, in order to feel like I'm actually having a cigarette with this stuff, I need to actually smoke it without a filter. If I smoke it with a filter, it just makes me cough. So, you make like a racehorse. A racehorse is basically a very thin smoke. I could probably get away with using half a paper rather than a whole paper. There's actually probably more paper in this than there is tobacco. And to add insult to injury, my lighter won't work. So last night I'm sitting there trying to light a smoke. So I figured out I must have broken the plastic in it on my pocket.
Fighting resistance! It will be done!
2 minutes till victory. Possibly less.
This is the last time! Slaughter them all!
I doubt I'm gonna kill all the enemy units and structures before I win by critical location victory. So about 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Yeah, how do you find this? Oh god. And it still goes out.
Taking hold victory.
Why aren't we killing it?
One minute until taking hold victory.
I will shatter their souls! Feast on their flesh! Slaughter them all! We are under attack!
30 seconds until taking hold victory.
Previous Karen for War Chief.
It is as though 1,000 miles cry out in pain.
That force commander melt. Yeah. I'm sure someone probably modded it to add him to the Imperial Guard. I think, what is it? The Imperial Guard can recruit a Vindicator assassin in this? There'd be a mod somewhere that replaces the assassin with Slime Armor. When I play Imperial Guard on Soulstorm, I always use shitloads of Caskins. And I think is it Dawn of War 2 or one, like the various yeah, I think you can get Katachan jungle fighters. But you don't have to juggle resources well. That's the difference. In Soulstorm you have to like build a base and stuff at the same time.
Whatever you desire.
This map can get tricky,
It will be done.
especially against the Imperial Guard.
Why aren't we killing yet?
That is the way to hell.
I am not your bootlick. You want that worthless trinket? Why should I? Why should I? Fight on. It will be done. Why should I? Why aren't we killing yet? I will shatter their souls.
We're here
They've
for
set
the
like
dark
3
gods.
different layers of movement patterns.
Yes, yes, we will work faster.
Why aren't we killing yet? Don't waste my time again.
We're here to serve, Master.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. Now what? Yes! Crush, kill, and destroy.
We're here for the dark gods. But
I'm gonna have to tech up pretty quickly here because the Imperial Guard will wreck me. Yeah, like Bionics, I actually think it's the next logical step, because like if we were all carrying around our smartphones in our head as opposed to like in our pocket, you know, like we wouldn't have to pull it out every time we have to use it. And not just that, but there's so many different things that would be easier if you could control it, like with an actual like a nerve link or a mind link, as opposed to like a like physical interaction with components. Like if you could drive a car just by sitting back in the seat and like controlling the car with like, you know, your mind, you could be doing other things like looking around. Like you could be more aware of your surroundings, like less car accidents. Imperial Guard, I shall go full heavy bolter on those bitches. No. Raptors. Get into melee.
I am not your bootlick.
And like say if I'm driving a forklift, right, I need to use like either 4 different fingers or use like 3 different levers or whatever to like control the actual components of the forklift. You know, if I could do that by actually like thinking up to raise tie-ins and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the good old lobotomy. Wouldn't that make me, what is it? Don't the heretics, not heretics, don't the Mechanicus, arcoflagellants? It's like a prison sentence. So instead of like putting people in prison, they just basically lobotomize them, put them on drugs, and get them to fight. And they think it's like the most holy thing ever. Servitors. Like, imagine getting turned into a servitor. Holy shit.
In the grim darkness of the near future, there is only war.
A location.
Feast on their flesh.
anything for the great powers. But of course, Master. But of course, Master. Whatever you desire. I try to
By
do your
God,
will.
it will be done.
Sanity is for
This
the
is
weak.
the last time.
All right.
Chaos Raptors ready to kill me.
Oh, I forgot about that. Every time you build a listing post, it gives you like a free 100 requisition.
We hold it now.
This is the last time.
We captured it for
Why aren't we killing it?
We captured it for chaos.
Feast on their flesh.
Okay,
This is the last time.
got it, raptors.
Our prey is near.
how can I serve?
Chaos Raptors ready to kill.
Okay,
Feast on their flesh.
We're here for the Dark Gods.
FTD. Oh, from the depths. Oh yeah.
We serve.
The weak fight back.
Yeah, I gotta make it work at place that a lot. Haven't tried it out much yet. I'd actually buy it. I would. But, unfortunately, I managed to lose one of my bank cards. How much is it now? From the depths. Yeah. So why isn't it coming up in Steam when I look for it? What? Yeah. Yeah, so it's 35 bucks at the moment. I might get it when I get my new card. Okay, I gotta get one more critical location and I'll start attacking.
We live for the hunt. Why aren't we killing it? I will shatter their souls.
Sanity is for the weak. Of course, we do your bidding.
Great. Not quite yet.
Enemy spotted.
We're here for the Dark Gods. I try to do your will. Anything for the great powers. We will build it for you.
I am not your bootlick.
Oh yeah.
Sanity is for the weak.
Why should I?
Anything for the great powers.
This is the last time.
Bless us, Great One. We serve.
Fight on. It will be done. Slaughter them all.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Capped out on requisition. It's getting up there though. Yeah, probably have to do it eventually. Should get me with some more requisition flowing in. Gonna need a lot more boots on the ground to deal with their artillery.
My life is forfeit. I try to do your will.
I am not your bootlick.
We have it now.
I will
Victory
shatter
countdown
their
has begun.
souls.
Bless us, Great One. Yes, yes, we will work faster.
Fight on. It will be done. Don't provoke me.
Okay, time to go in.
This errand is beneath me. Take to the skies. We are under attack. On my mark. On my mark. I will shatter their souls. As you wish, but
How far
set
can
us
they
loose.
run?
As you wish, but set us loose. Feast on their flesh.
Anything for the great powers. Thank you. Thank you,
I am
Master.
not your bootlick.
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
Okay.
This is the last time. As you wish, but set us loose. As you wish, but set us loose. They will never stop. You're killing it. The weak fight back.
Until take and hold victory.
We need enemies. Take us to battle.
This is the last time. Your will? Yes. We are taking fire.
Oh, it's building them as fucking...
Fight on.
No wonder.
It will be done. The weak fight back. Why are we killing you?
Warp overtaking me. It is a good. We are the destroyer.
4 minutes until take and hold victory.
Oh, here come their troops. Fuck.
Bless us, Great One. But of course, Master. Bless us, Great One.
can take out one of their productions.
3 minutes until taking hold victory.
Get some defilers going.
It is as though 1,000 miles cry out in pain.
Ah, shit.
You hear the voices too?
Pull them into the water. Then nade the fuck out of them. Yeah, they got the firepower going. Shit. Retreat! Towards the enemy!
Two minutes until taking hold victory.
Yeah, plasma guns. Plasma guns. They shred heavy infantry. So there's blue things. They might even actually win this. If they do it right. I'll have to take out that army.
The weak fight back.
We must kill. Do you hear the voices too? It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
Come on! Enough power.
We are under attack.
Must kill.
Victory countdown has begun.
Yep.
Do you hear the voices?
Okay.
Whatever you desire. Anything for the great powers. Yes, yes! We will work faster!
For the dark gods. Yes, master.
It's actually funny that Chaos's like Achilles heel is dealing with the Imperial Guard. They are fucking annoying as fuck. Just all the, like, once they've got their troops upgraded and they've got artillery, you're screwed. The only way to counter them really is to use, you gotta use daemons, and, like, predator tanks. And possessed Chaos Marines. Hopefully, by the time they get here, and Corn Berserkers. Hopefully by the time they get here,
6
I've
minutes
tacked up a
until
little bit.
taking hold victory.
Chaos is the
Because once I get them on the defensive, if I can take out... Because they got so many, like, infantry... Yeah, Because they got so many infantry units. Annihilating their units and actually destroying them is problematic. If you can wipe out one of their squads, you will.
5 minutes until taking hold victory.
So I could just set raptors and they just got smashed. Yeah, I reckon I've lost this. I knew it would be difficult. Yeah. Yeah. It's a win.
4 minutes until taking hold victory.
Why are we killing it?
Commit suicide. Fuck on. Meanwhile, the file is still going nuts. Commissar's just like killing people. You're still killing people.
Three minutes until taking hold victory.
Fuck, I love the filers. That's what I needed. I needed like master filers on ranged. Like that. Use the autocannon. Oh, they had a base down the bottom right? Oh, that's rip! Alright. I'll hold on to what I got here. I think it lowered their defense level a little bit though.
We must withdraw.
Let's take on the orcs.
Aye, these Umis are a little bit different.
Gonna grab myself another drink. Yeah, so today's entertainment is brought to me by Clean Skin Vodkas. One of these days, I've actually got to spend money on getting a still. Particle cannons in, like, from the depths. Or, like, in general. I'll go with some Ribena this time. Why not both? Yeah, that's it. Well, particle cannons are the future. But, yeah, the technology behind it is, I mean, a lot of people think about particle cannons as, something that shoots a projectile, which is kind of right, because it's a particle, right? But delivering something that has like destructive quality on the scale of an actual particle cannon. I mean, a good way to put it is like, say, like an ion beam. So like an ion beam, I guess you could call a form of particle cannon. So if you look at like a modern satellite position keeping thrusters, I suppose you could call that a form of particle cannon. And who was it? Was it Larry Niven or another author? He posited that every single spacecraft is a weapon because the drive systems themselves are weapons. That's strange. I wonder where I put my filters. Ah, there they are. I have a filter this time. But I think possibly like lasers as well, like the whole concept behind it in science fiction is something that does work, but in reality it's kind of different. Like, say like you try to send like a laser beam through air, you gotta worry about like whether there's smoke, like the refraction index of the air, like little ripples, like when you see like heat haze over a desert, that can disrupt the laser. And I'm still a firm, solid believer in kinetic weapon systems. But I think drones, like delivering kinetic weapon systems with drones, is probably the next step. And when it comes to directed energy weapons, we're getting there, but we don't have like a stable source of power that's small enough to deliver the energy that would be required. And also, like, just the simple, like the construction materials that you need to build a lot of that sort of stuff. You can only fire a couple of shots out of it before you need to replace the gun. Even kinetic weapons like railguns have that problem. But when you're talking like lasers and particle weapons and all that sort of thing, like you could get like a directed EM, like a big Yagi antenna pushing enough power and just point it at a platoon of soldiers who have got particle weapons, and none of their weapons would function because you're jamming everything that holds the like the fields and stuff in place to be able to project those particles. So there's a lot of issues around hardening them. So that's why kinetic weapon systems are still like kind of the go-to. Though I am a big believer in like caseless weapons. So you got the American, what the Americans are working on with the is it the like LSAT. So you got that sort of stuff. The cartridge is like case to telescope or caseless ammunition, depending on how you think of it. And the future weapons program. LSAT again. Right. So that's kind of that sort of stuff. But I think that what they're doing with moving on to like the 6.8mm, like Grendel, I suppose, is probably a good step. And the new firearms that they're working on that can operate off that sort of technology. But, and this might freak you out, they actually made an AC5. New 50mm cannon. What's that one? Have a quick look at a test firing of that. Blech. Cannon 50mm. I mean, exosuits and stuff like that, like at the moment soldiers can't carry much stuff. Like I'm thinking from like a ground perspective and less of a vehicle perspective. But that's definitely something that all armored fighting vehicles should be equipped with. Because being able to actually hit targets and use like airburst ammunition and just like the lethality of it. And when you're talking about like stuff from orbit, if you're fighting in space, particle weapons make a lot more sense. But when you're fighting in an atmosphere, you know, kinetic energy is kind of king. And yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on it. I mean, until we get like energy systems that are like that big, or even that big, that can fit onto a tank and are not that heavy, that can deliver the joules required for like directed energy weapons, you kind of got a big problem.
Why aren't we killing yet?
Oh, bless us, Great One. We're here for the Dark Gods. We serve.
Why aren't we killing yet?
Yes, Lord.
Fight on!
We
It
are
will be
chaos.
done! Fight on! It
Chaos
will be
is
done!
strong.
Warp overtaken
on.
me.
It will be done!
It is a good pain.
This is the last time! Feast on their flesh!
We are chaos.
You want that worthless trinket?
Chaos enemies of the Dark Gods, beware! You favor us with your attentions. We shall capture it.
I am not your bootlick! Why aren't we killing yet?
We're here for the Dark Gods. We serve.
Victory is assured.
We have captured a
Fight
location.
on! It will be done! The trophy is mine!
We're here to serve, Master.
Well, that's like smart ammunition, right? So that's like a sort of like a drone cannon.
assured.
Orcs are in the area.
Orcs detected.
We can serve you. We are eager to please. Whatever you desire. Thank you. Thank
We
you,
hold
Master.
it now.
By Korn, it will be done. Why aren't we killing it?
We have captured a location.
Slaughter them all!
Sanity is for the
How
weak.
can I serve?
Why aren't we killing it? For the dark gods! This errand is beneath me! As you wish! Set us loose! This errand is beneath me! I am not your bootlegger! To the enemy! Where do we attack? Why aren't we killing it? For the dark gods!
We will serve you.
This is the
And in
last time!
return, grant us the power
I
of
am
the
not your
dark
bootleg!
gods.
I am not your
You
bootleg!
favor us with your attentions.
Yes.
Yes, Lord.
I am not your bootleg!
Actually, I'll keep that squad.
We can serve you.
Use this as my secondary
We
capture
are
squad.
eager
Not your
to
bootleg.
please.
Why aren't we killing it?
What is your wish?
Yes,
A
Master.
great one. We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the dark gods.
By Korn, it will be done at your command.
I think like smart ammunition would be like the future. So, like having a weapon that can determine range
Let us loose.
by using methods that aren't laser,
Me.
because lasers can be detected. You shine a laser at something. Yeah, well, that's about what I'm about to get into, Alex. Like weapons that can determine range optically, using data from like mapping and all that sort of stuff. So like,
I
and
will shatter their souls.
that can account for wind drift, elevation, drop.
Why should I?
That's kind of like enhanced lethality, basically. Like if a soldier only needs to shoot one shot, and like you've got things like yeah, like the DARPA stuff, yeah. But like because it's so expensive, I mean it's not that expensive. How expensive is it to train a soldier? All right, if you give the soldiers the best possible weapons, so that they don't get killed and the enemy dies, well, congratulations, you haven't lost a $200,000 investment to train a soldier to how to fight, essentially. I mean, soldiers don't grow on trees. And yeah, like loitering munitions and stuff like that. So like, what if you had a drone that just like circles around an area, and like as soon as like an enemy combatant is like detected, it can just go whoop, whoop, you know, and basically take them out or suppress them. Even suppression is something that's overlooked a lot. Especially like in urban environments. But we're kind of looking at like post-scarcity. So when technology is cheaper, I mean, there are so many things that like are more expensive than they actually are. Like, and I understand that like that's how the financial system works, it's how the economy works and all that sort of stuff. But like when you get to like a culture that's at a point where like food is basically a given right, like housing. You get rid of a lot of wars just by doing that.
I will shatter their souls. Feast on their flesh.
Our victory is assured.
This errand
But yeah, the world's like slowly moving towards a stage where it's,
this errand is beneath
you know, like where the military is essentially just a police-keeping force, as opposed to like something that fights wars on a battlefield. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, like Boston Dynamics robots, those things are scary. But you gotta kinda remember that at the same time, like, the end result of all this stuff is basically a state that can suppress any rebellion, any malcontent, just by,
Don't provoke me.
you know, clicking a button. Yeah.
Feast on their flesh.
Yes, Lord.
And
Kill them
my, I suppose the thing I'm trying to say is that
Me.
you can make the military as effective and like police and as effective as you want, but if you're not solving the societal problems that lead to conflict to begin with, then
On their
yeah, I mean,
flesh.
you're just leading to more oppression, like
Feast
the,
on their flesh.
yeah, like as soon as a politician doesn't agree with someone, they send the military. Sort of shit.
Feast on their flesh. Slaughter them all.
But it's getting to the point where, with technology, like those with power and those who don't have power are so drastically different in their capabilities. So, like, back in the day, like, say for instance, like the Russian Revolution, with the technology of today, that would have never worked. Like, the Russians would have just, you know, it was like squishing an ant with a boot. So, I think that the most important weapon before we resort to actual weapons is always going to be, like, the pen versus the sword. And, yeah. I mean, I could have gone into weapons design. Like, I have. And to be absolutely fucking honest, back when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, I designed weapon systems. Just for lols. I used to keep it private. I didn't show anyone what I was, like, thinking up. And then 10-15 years later, oh, shit, that's one of my ideas. Oh, fuck, that happened. And, like, I mean, it'd be great as a job, but, like, the disconnect between people thinking up weapon systems, those weapon systems actually being used, and, you know, the situations of the people who those weapons might be getting used against. I mean, it's so easy to take a life. It's a lot harder to make a life right. You know? I mean, anyone can pick up a knife and stab someone. That's your most basic weapon. You know, like, or a blunt object. Pick up a brick. You know? But, like, why would someone even have to use a weapon to begin with? So, like, by developing AI, I reckon, and getting it to the stage where AI is on, and I actually have to pause this because I've ceased to do a lot of the resource allocation and stuff that I should be doing, but I'll have to get onto that in a second. I mean, in a post-scarcity like civilization, if you have people who are happy, who have all the food that they need, have all the housing that they need, have a guaranteed right of existence, so to speak. Give them the ability to think what they want, but also put the onus that like people shouldn't harm other people because of their beliefs. And I'm kind of getting into Matrix territory here. I mean, if everyone can have their own little world depending on their religion and what they believe, if they don't leave the house, if they don't come into conflict with other groups who don't believe in the same things that they do, I think the strongest weapon in the future is going to be, like, you know, information technology. We are in the information age right now. And when it gets to the point where you can win a war without firing a single shot, that's when we've won. Shallow thoughts, I suppose, but still, that's what I think. Because God knows we got more things to worry about than shit that's happening on good old planet Earth. In about, what, 200 million years or something, we're going to be passing back through one of the spiral arms of the galaxy that we're in. And extinction events are going to be a real possibility. So, you know, yeah. Should stop fighting amongst each other.
I will shatter their souls.
We serve.
I am not your bootleg. Fight on! It will be done! I heard you the first time! Slaughter them all! Your will? Don't provoke me!
Fuck, their base is up here,
I
isn't it?
heard you the first time! Yes, master! For the dark gods! Why aren't we killing it? Fight on! It will be done! We are Legion! Yes. At your command!
My life is forfeit.
The weak fight back! I am not your bootleg! Slaughter them all!
Taking me. It is a good name.
You will be killed by traitors! Fight
Only
on!
here to
It will
serve,
be done!
Master.
I will shatter their souls!
The Chaos Gods speak clearly now.
Meeting resistance!
Bless us, Great One.
For the dark gods! We fight back! It will be done!
Do you hear the voices too?
It will be done! As you wish, but set us loose! Why aren't we killing
With all that blubber, that's actually surprising.
Shatter their souls.
Okay, so your base is up there.
It is as though 1,000 mouths cry out in pain. We must kill.
The Chaos Gods demand their souls. By Korn, it will be done. Slaughter them all. By Korn, it will be done. Slaughter them all. Slaughter them all. Meeting resistance. I heard you the first time. I will shatter their souls.
Oh my god, pal.
We're here for the dark gods.
Okay. So if I don't win in the next,
The last time.
I don't know, like
On their
10 minutes,
Yes, master.
I'm gonna get rid of it.
Bootlick. I am not your
We will
bootlick.
serve you, and in
By
return,
Korn, it will be done.
grant us the power of the dark gods.
Oh shit.
Hope overtaking me. It is a good. That is the way to hell.
Of course, every orc structure is defensive.
Is the way to hell. Sanity is for the weak.
This is the last time.
I've actually noticed I've gotten a lot better at swimming since I put on weight. It's counterintuitive, but only when I'm using like flippers. Got more mass to throw around. Got him. Whew. Okay, now I can stop thinking. Yeah, so I mean, why have weapons when you can like eliminate the need for them? And like, there's so much real estate up in space to not fight over. I mean, that one's lost to me, I think. So, you've heard of a big iron, but how about a bigger iron? Is that like how people... Is that something about like how people always want bigger and better things, or better things? Ooh, got attacked. By the Tau! Let's fuck these cunts up. Let's get me some blueberry scalps. They're not even psychic. It's a travesty to the warp. How about a Taurus 10mm? Oof. They do make horrible firearms. Oh fuck, what's that? That is a beast. Holy shit. It's even got a fucking rail. Pistol with a Picatinny rail. Tactical. Oh shit. Hey, you know I was looking at the other day? Paintball markers. I was checking this out on the internet, and if I went to this and I sorted by price, you can get a used paintball marker for $30 fucking. Unfortunately, in Australia, you need a firearms license to own a paintball marker. I'm like, what? There are slingshots which are which are more damaging than a paintball marker. But then again, slingshots aren't legal in Australia either, unfortunately. The reason I was looking this up is because I was like, sometimes in a warehouse environment, someone will ask me to get down a pallet, and they'll be like, "Oh, can you grab that pallet? And can you grab that pallet?" I was gonna like buy a fucking paintball marker and give it to the guy so he could just shoot the pallet with a paintball. That pallet, that pallet, that pallet. And I could go and grab the fucking pallet. It's actually funny too, because the person I was thinking about, he's got a firearms license. But somehow I don't think OH&S wise they'd let us have a paintball marker in the warehouse. Oh, there's some of the shit. Some of the shit I've seen in the racks. At least at work they've stopped when they're putting away pallets into the rack, I pick, right? So I'm a picker. Oh damn, no, like it's good enough. If it shoots a paintball at 200 meters per second, that's good enough. Convert one to use like a soda stream bottle. But like, it's like, because we're in the middle, like the warehouse that I work at, we're in the middle of changing our inventory location systems because the way it was just fucked. So we've been fixing it, but it's also led to a lot of looking around for pallets because I'm trying to find what the pallet is. I was thinking of like arming our fucking spotters to use paintball guns to spot a pallet. Hey, $250 down to $50. Australia's fucked. All the laws, and like my dad used to have a Mauser, so like 3008 Mausers. My dad used to have like 3 of these. And then he got all these guns taken away from him. Yeah, laser point the pallet. That's the other thing I was thinking. As soon as I realized that like an actual license, like, oh yeah, we probably can't discharge ammunition inside a warehouse to find a pallet. The next thing I thought was laser pointers. Alright, let's get back into it. Kill some blueberries.
One.
I am not your bootleg!
We are your favorites, are we not? It is ours. We're here for the dark gods. We serve.
Why aren't we killing it?
We're here to
I am
serve,
not
Master.
your bootleg! Why should I? Why should I? Why should I? This is the last time!
You give people orders, it's like, why should I do what you tell me?
Honor will be ours
Chaos is strong.
to glory!
I was saying to you once that I reckon the voice acting for Soulstorm was like one of the best ones. My favorite race was Chaos. This is why.
We can serve you. We are eager to please. We will control this entire world, a point at a time. It is our turn for the chaos.
Promised!
You favor us with your
Attack! It will be done!
enemies of the dark gods. Beware!
Why aren't we killing it?
Enemies of the dark gods, beware! Grant us the gifts of the chaos, great one. Dark god.
Like, what about like a laser pointer that like actually permanently marks the palette?
Meeting resistance!
We can serve you.
I am not
We
your
are eager
bootleg!
to please. Bless us, great one. We will build it for you. We're here for the dark gods. Anywhere you like, Lord. We serve the
Fly was
chaos.
Why aren't
Yeah, Fire Warrior cast. Oh, that's right, they got stealth.
fight back
Forgot about that.
for the dark gods? Fight on! It will be done!
I swear to God, I hate this tobacco so much. It does not stay lit. Space communists. Tau.
We are
This is the last time!
chaos is strong.
This is the last time!
Assured.
I will shatter their souls! For the dark gods!
Our victory is assured. What is your wish? Great one. Yes, Master. Master.
Chop them up.
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
Let's see if a berserker like a berserker talon commander can take out their commander. Oh, look at his health go down. That's hilarious.
Yes, Lord. Grant us the gifts of the chaos gods, great one.
Even cultists can kill fucking Tau.
Slaughter them all! We are under attack! Forces of chaos,
We gather this for chaos. My life is forfeit.
Our
But of
victory
course,
is
Master.
assured.
Why aren't we killing yet?
Yeah.
Wherever you wish.
Where's their base?
We are your favorites.
The base has got to be
are
up
we
here.
not?
By Korn, it will be done.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware! We
Why
are
aren't we killing
chaos. Chaos is strong.
If I remember right, the cultists can fire their grenade launchers on the move as
Your
well.
attentions. You favor us with your attentions. Grant us the gifts
lord,
of the Chaos Gods, Great One. Grant us the gifts of the Chaos Gods, Great One.
My lord, my lord. Slaughter them all. At your command, we are under attack. I will strike the killing blow. My lord. Yes.
Cultists take out a Qatar commander. I will strike the killing blow from 100 meters over there. They are fucking devastating though when you're playing that. Hey, war gear. Alright, what do I need this time? I've already got him the best melee weapon I can get him. My computer's too fast, it's not showing. Yeah, cannot add it. He probably... Yeah, give him morale killer. Nah, just gonna... yeah.
Charge! We must withdraw.
guide me wisely.
My life is forfeit.
Actually, yeah, I reckon that's enough. So, play through 2. Good. I'll get back to that next time. So what's the next thing to play? It was oof. I haven't played this one in ages. Probably get back into some Subnautica. I'm feeling decently sloshed. I'm just gonna quickly cancel the stream because it will make it easier for me to start again as a Subnautica one. I'll be back in 5. Set up. Come on, YouTube. Did update the title, didn't it? Title, didn't it? Oh, it didn't. It actually thought I must have disconnected, so it's still using the same title. Ah.